Now we are to fix the maximum speed of our game. Before fixing our jump, we are to focus this task first. Now if we go to our game and then um, run it on PC, we can now separate, we can now move the loop movement, and we can also use the move as a joystick separately. They are now not, and they are not overlapping just like the previous one. And we are to fix this jump. Is it the jump? Oh no, no. We are to fix the the speed because we are moving too fast. See, we are moving too fast. And whoa, what? Why do we? Where are we stuck sometimes? We get slower sometimes. I guess we have to add that. Fix world scene, and then we get slow sometimes. But first, we have to focus on this one. If we go back and let's mhm. Now we have a move speed of 1000. We have a strength rather. Now the reason why I am putting a colon and equal sign here is that I'm just assigning 1000.0 strength of my move speed, and it does not, I think there is not much difference with this one with the use of an equal sign. So if we read this one, we are assigning the jump strength to the value of 1000, meaning we have a 1000 strength of our jump. And this is the same with the use of excuse me, um colon on our left side. We're just assigning 1000 to our move speed. And the reason why I'm just using this one is just perhaps for consistency, I guess. I'm not sure, but it seems most developers in Godot in YouTube use this syntax, so I'm using it too, and I infer that perhaps it is a convention or a practice for game developers in Godot. That's why. Anyways, now let me check if it's running. It is running, and here in our process, we have to hmm, we have to call the move speed. But first we have to um track move speed, and then call here. We also have to track the max speed. We don't have the max speed, I guess. Max speed would be perhaps 10 only. 10.0. Okay. So the reason why it's var because it would change over time, and it's const because it would be stopped at 10. And we have to track that one. Max speed, and then here. Oops. Is this correct? No. Hmm. Okay, let me try. Okay, we now have that one. And we are moving, but the values are not changing. It's because we did not get the linear velocity, which is a predefined variable of a Godot. Let me explain that later on. But first, since we now have logged output the values so that we may monitor the values of our speed, and we have to clump. Mm. Call in the move speed, which is the current speed, move speed. Is this the right naming? Yeah, I guess so. And we have to call in the linear velocity dot length. I will explain later on. And if I think we should use if, and then use here, then the move speed would be, I think I'm wrong. Oh yeah, yes, it's okay. Clamp. So wait, what is this correct? Move speed is assigned to the linear velocity dot length. Oh yes, and also we have to clamp the move speed. No, oh yes. Oh, since we have um assigned the move speed, which is this one, to the linear velocity dot length, which is the strength of something. In our case, would be the velocity. So let's take the predefined variable linear velocity, and then clamp has actually, oh, it's and clamp has a parameter of hmm value, min, and then max. Is this correct? Let me see. Oh, there's no. What? Let me check. Bro, this is crazy. For now, let's put it as. Oh, there is. So we have a parameter of value, minimum, and max. Okay. For now, let's put it to 0. Hmm. Cannot assign. I see, I see. Perhaps let's now put the value rather, which would be the move speed, and then maximum value would be the max speed. Okay. Um, and then this is for clamping, meaning again, let's have an analogy. So perhaps your city has zombies and you have survivors, and we want our survivors to survive, of course, and we need to prevent the zombies for biting us. And so in our city, we make zones, safe zones rather, in which where the the survivors can move freely without the zombies turning you or the survivors into another zombie, preventing the zombies to biting you. So that's a good analogy. My point is that um it would execute or run or make a value increase or decrease at a certain specific range. I hope you get that right. Okay, so that is clamping. And what we did here is that we took our move speed, which is our move speed has actually a strength of velocity of 1000.0. So 1000.0 has, or our move speed has a strength of 1000.0. And then we call in or called the variable which has a strength of this and assign it to the linear velocity dot length. And if you take out this, the linear velocity is actually a predefined variable of our rigid body, which is this one, which is a what they call this an already created or which is an already initialized or created variable inside the system of Godot, I think. And what it does is that it takes a velocity or a direction from a straight line of from point A to point B. Hmm. Did I explain that right? Meaning, this is what this is what makes our player move in a straight direction from point A to point B. That's it. Now, and then we interpolated the length. And by the way, I'm not actually gonna explain the deeper parts or the mathematical reasonings or justifications of this, because game development has lots of maths. And because if I explain that and if we dig deeper, we would actually go further and far away, because we are digging deeper in mathematical reasonings, and we that would mean we are getting far away in game development, preventing us to understand the implementation of this. So I'm just gonna to prevent confused unga bunga. I'm just gonna you know make a great simple analogies and simple explanations, I guess. So again, this is what it makes our player move in a straight line or straight direction with a velocity from point A to point B, and we interpolated the length. So if we read this as a whole, is it just takes the velocity or magnitude or something between a strength, but in our case it would be the speed. Uh, is it speed? Yeah, it is speed because we have a move speed here. So it would take the strength of our move speed, so it would take this one. Okay? And then we took the linear velocity, which is a predefined variable in Godot, which is again what makes our player move. And we clumped it, meaning we, something similar to limiting, but the clumping is just, making a value run in a specific range. And that range has our parameter, the move speed, which is the value, and then minimum 0, and then maximum of speed of max speed of 10.0. So that would mean we clamped our move speed assigned to the linear velocity now. So we clamped our move speed with the value of 1000.0 strength, and it would not decrease below 0, and it would not increase the max speed. It would not increase to the 1000 point. It would not increase to 10.0, meaning the move speed or the strength of our move speed would only uh, would only have a strength from 0 to 10.0. So we have clumped it. So we have now a move speed of something somewhere between 0 or the 10.0, as we have our max speed here. Okay, nice. Now, we just clamped that one. We have to implement, we now have to implement this clamping, which is to limit. Wow, limit. I hope I get that right. Next one would be, I guess, if. Excuse me. Hmm. Now what? I didn't remember my code. So if. Um, oh, yes, yes. So we have now clumped it, correct? So we have now to we have to now implement this with the clumped values. So just like uh, the greater than or equal sign. What did I say? So anyways, we just have to limit it with greater than or equal. So if move speed uh, which runs at the strength of 1000.0 is greater than the max speed. Bro, what? Oh, am I right? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we would have. Is it the linear velocity? No, no. Rather than the move speed, we have to take the linear velocity, I guess. So put that in. So if the linear velocity is greater than the max speed, so if it's not clamped properly, then we would have to use the linear velocity that normalized, which is also assigned to the linear velocity again, assigned to oh yes, linear velocity that was it again normalized. Oh yeah, and then multiply it with the max speed. Ooh, what happened? What did I do wrong? If linear, wait, vector 3. Mhm. Linear, I think it's not linear velocity. Excuse me. Hmm. Is this correct? Hmm. Oh, yes, yes, I forgot. So that should be the length, I guess, because we are oh yeah, because we are comparing the strength from the move speed to the max speed. Okay. I hope. Oh, wait. Error setting linear velocity with volume. Whoa, that's crazy. What did I do wrong? Is it because of this one? That should be var because we have no clump. Boom. It's still not working. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Move speed is assigned to the linear velocity dot length, and linear velocity. Oh, yes, I think I forgot again. This one? Mm. Whoa, what? Whoa. Mm-hmm. Or is it what? Perhaps. Hmm. Wait, let me. Dumb, please. Oh, it works. Okay, let me see if it works. Oh, let's go. Hmm. I'm so good. What? I'm stuck again. Okay, that's another bug to fix. Mm. So as you can see, the move speed is 10. It has been clumped to 10. And then the max speed has been implemented properly. So let's take a step back and uh, read the code. And let's have a review, I guess. So we have here a move speed of strength of 1000.0. And then we have here the max speed of 10.0. We want our max speed to 10.0. Move speed is just perhaps the strength of your move speed or how fast you move. But of course, it's not actually what do you call this? Uh, Permanent? Is it? I don't know the term. It's not set on stone, I guess. Yeah, it's not just. Anyways, my point is that um in our 3D space game, it that this move speed will actually continue to increase and it would decrease to zero, and we would have to um, limit that, like capping it. We want our move speed to be capped because, of course, if you continue to press W, we would go faster every second. We don't want that. It's an FPS game. And we have here the max speed. So we initialized or defined the max speed of our player. But defining the max speed doesn't actually do anything because we just only defined it. And we would have to clamp. And so we would have to clamp rather. Okay, anyways. So again, clamping is just us setting a value run at a specific range. So an analogy for this again is like as zombie apocalypse in your city. So you have here you have here your city, correct? And in this part is that there would be zombies in here. You would There are survivors scattered around, but there are zombies in here. So you created a safe zone for your survivors to prevent um the survivors being eaten by the zombie. So they can move freely in this part only. So so that would prevent again the zombies to eat the survivors. And that is clamping. It's actually similar to limiting. Perhaps bottleneck is similar to that term. Anyways, so that is clamping. And so we have to clamp our move speed because if we do not clamp, we would increase every second. And our move speed is assigned to the linear velocity dot length. And the linear velocity, this by itself, is a predefined variable of Godot. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And it actually one of the responsible variables, or I don't know if it's a variable, but I believe so it is. But it's just responsible for making the player move in a straight direction from point A to point B. And if we put length now, I'm not gonna explain the mathematical things. And if you put this one as a whole, and if you read this one, it's actually the magnitude of the linear velocity. But in our case, it would be speed. Closer to magnitude is, it's like a strength. And that strength would be the speed in our case, I mean, rather. Because again, it is assigned to the move speed here. That would mean getting the strength of our move speed. And then the move speed, and then the move speed has been clumped. What is clumped again? Uh, Running a volume from a specific to a specific range. So again, moves clump has a value, and then a clump has a parameter of value, minimum, and max speed. Now, if we run this one, I mean, if we read this line of code, that would mean we have a move speed of 1,000.0. We have a move speed strength of 1,000.0, and it would not, because here we have a value of move speed again. Let me explain that. Let me re-explain that. So we have a move speed of 1,000.0 because this part is the value, parameter value, and it would not decrease less than 0 because we have a minimum of 0, and also it would not increase to the value of 10.0 because we have a maximum value of the max speed. So we have a strength of 1,000.0 only run at a specific range between 0 and 10.0. Yes, I nailed that one. So this is clamping, but we have to ensure that our clamping works, meaning we would have to implement this clamping. We have to limit it. So we have to utilize this one. The move speed is assigned to the linear velocity length, which is the strength of the speed, which is this one. And so, if the linear that length or the strength of our move speed is greater than the max speed, which is a 10.0, then put or assign the linear velocity, which is responsible rather for making our player move to a straight direction or any direction from point A to B. Let that linear velocity be assigned to the linear velocity not normalized. And this one is used to actually limit the strength of our linear dot length. And what was this? I read something about it. It's used for unit vector something. It's but what I understand from reading that is that it is used to limit something. And in here, we use that to limit something, and that something would be the strength of our move speed. So again, it is used to limit this one, and we have to limit that by multiplying it with the max speed 10.0, and this calculation would be assigned to the linear velocity. That would implement the limitation of our move speed to uh, to our max speed. So, and then we also have here our move speed and max speed being printed just to make sure it works. And if we run it, of course, as you can see, hey, wait, I want you to take note that again, 0.0, that is actually from the clumping. So it does not decrease below than 0. And then if we run or move, it would increase to 10 only, which is the max speed. So again, the clumping used in the move speed would mean the move speed would run not below than 0 and also not above the max speed. That is clamping. What else? What do I need to explain? Hmm. I guess there's nothing to explain. But I want to test it on my mobile. So let me see. Excuse me. I'm sick. What else can I do? Hmm. Let me wait. Okay. Oh, so it works. So while I am running on my mobile, it also runs on my PC. Oh, it does. Sheesh. Anyways, excuse me. So if we previously we tested on my PC, correct? Now we are running now we are running it on my phone. So let me see if it's clamped correctly. Yep, the move speed is at 10, the max speed is at 10. But I have another problem, I guess. It would randomly stop ngay. Oh, like, wait, let me check. Sometimes it just, there it is. It stutters. Like, there is an invisible small stone at my foot. It's not smooth. I want to make it smooth. See? Did you see that? I'm stuck. There it is again. I get stopped. There it is again. What is that? Oh, there. Did you see that? It's like there's an invisible stone stopping me from running. I want it to be smooth because it would be an FPS game, especially competitive. But I guess that would be another bug to fix. So let me just add that to my Notion. Oh, it has been added. But yes, we fixed the maximum speed. Next up would be the fixed jump. and then the fixed routine because we like invisible stone. Oh yeah, I guess that would be it. Nice.